Hey, how's it going today, guys? Just wanted to jump on real quick, talk mortgage interest rates, and I got special guest Trevor Hallson from RBC with me today, and it's an interesting time out there right now from a real estate side of things and from a global side of things, but from a real estate end of things, the interest rates are really intriguing right now. We're starting to see some stuff we've never seen before or seen in a long time. So I don't know, maybe you just want to let me know or let everybody know kind of what's been going on recently with the interest rates.
Yeah, definitely tumultuous time. If you want to hold your breath for the next rate change, you won't have to hold it long.
Yeah.
There's been lots of changes in the last, probably since mid-February. We've seen a drastic change in interest rates. January, just to put perspective, we were, in the high threes when it comes to interest rates. We've seen those drop down by greater than 1% in the last couple of months. And this is all ideas to get the market stimulated earlier than the spring market. So it's a good time to be a home buyer right now.
Absolutely. So from a home buying side of things, there hasn't been a better time to get in and talk to a mortgage professional on that. Even if you're not in the market today, they can come and talk to you guys and kind of lock these rates in. Yeah. And maybe if it's not 2-3 weeks from now, they start looking, they can still be guaranteed these rates though, correct?
Correct. So we offer a 120-day rate guarantee. Yeah. So what does that look like? So you're upside protected. So if rates did happen to change upwards, which isn't the forecast of late, then you are protected. If it's downside, let's keep it open, and we can always get the best rate at the time of you writing your offer for your dream home, right? So
absolutely. Now, right now, like we talked about, like in March, it's been crazy how quickly stuff has been changing, and that since the beginning of March, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's been a full 1% drop, correct?
Yes, on March the 4th, the Bank of Canada, which we forecasted to drop 0.5%. Economics were thinking a quarter, so there's a surprise there. They did the full half, and then there was a surprise rate adjustment on Friday with an additional half, so full percent in the last week.
Yeah,
couple weeks, and we don't know how this is all going to play out in the fixed rate market. Usually, it's a lagging indicator. But some of the bond yields that the geeks like us follow are seeing those quite low, which is a good indicator that fixed rate should follow fairly closely to
that. Speaking of fixed versus variable, for first-time buyers or for anybody out there right now, what would you personally recommend if somebody's coming in to sit with you right now?
I like the variable when the variables are going in the direction that they're going. I'm sure everybody does, right? But when you compare the variable rate currently, it's actually higher than our fixed rates.
Oh, okay.
So
the conservative guy in me, I like to take a fixed rate when they're low, so I know what I'm getting. But between Jen and I, we don't like to take a ton of risks. That's just us, though.
The beauty of a variable rate is you do have an opportunity to convert it to a fixed rate of a 3-year term or longer anytime during that variable cycle.
Yeah.
They say it's better 80% of the time, and I've always been a fixed rate guy. It must be the banker in me.
Yeah, but my dad's a banker growing up, so I got that bred into me hard when I was young, the conservative side of things.
But if you can lock in at that, depending on where your mortgage professional is, your mid 2% range right now, right?
Yeah.
So depending on the scenario, those are rates we haven't seen in some time.
No, when we're talking pre-approvals and stuff, you and I hadn't discussed this previously. This came to mind right now. I saw on a TV commercial the other day, the app, the mortgage pre-approval app, and it was like 15 seconds or something to get a pre-approval or to get in contact. What can you share a little bit about that? Just everybody's at home right now on their phones and watching stuff, so it just might be the perfect time.
Social media, other than what else is going on in the market today, we do have pre-qualification in 60 seconds. So it has some general information, obviously making sure that it's you that's actually inputting it. Some general information when it comes to income. down payments, all that kind of stuff. And it'll actually do a soft inquiry on your credit. So it doesn't impact your credit bureau as an inquiry, impacting your score down.
Yeah.
But what it'll do is it'll rate you on a 1 to 4 stars and provide a guideline for how much you can afford in the market.
Okay, perfect. Now, the other kind of hot topics that I hear going around right now, given the circumstances of what's all happening, is people maybe not being able to afford or make a payment or something. CMHC just come out. There's lots of new information, so it's changing by the minute right now. But what's if somebody can't make a payment, is the easiest thing just to phone yourself or phone the bank or phone their lender? What kind of steps would you recommend somebody? I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen, but I think inevitably there's going to be people in certain situations that are negatively affected with everything that's going on.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be an economic impact for those affected.
Yeah.
We're in Canada. We take care of one another. We take care of the world.
Yeah.
As that matter of fact. It's nice to do this announcement just to add some reassurance and take away some of the stress that people are feeling right now. So CMHC has announced today, still working through the kinks.
Yeah.
But there's a mortgage relief that they're working on for those people affected. There's definitely going to be a spin-off of this for homeowners out there for sure.
In fairness, guys, this is March 16th, so by the time we push this out there later today or tomorrow, it might have changed again. So any of this information that we're sharing today, make sure you're checking with your preferred professional in that moving forward, because like we said, things are changing by the minute, it feels like right now. But back to the interest rates in that, like, I don't know that I've seen a better time for somebody to who's looking to buy to want to be out there shopping right now.
Yeah, like spring usually hits a lot later in the real estate market.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot more activity as of late in the last few weeks than I have in previous years. There's a lot more stimulants that are going on just beyond rate. There's an easing of the stress test, which people may have heard if they've looked between 2016 and today. How much they could afford in 2016 was substantially different than they can afford today. So economically, the government has said, listen, I think we're in better shape than we were.
Yeah.
And we're going to relax that stress test. Thankfully,
when
rates are low, it's going to definitely impact how much you can afford, because they artificially inflate your interest rate to see
what you can handle.
Will they be okay?
Absolutely.
Right? What else has gone on? The hope is to get these people that were on the sidelines, that have done all the right things, that just can't get to that level of house that they're looking to, what they really can afford.
Yeah, absolutely. And somebody that might not be familiar with how these rates are really affecting you is, not only do you have a lower payment, but you might be able to qualify for a little bit more house and than you'd originally planned on. So it's not that we ever want to talk people into the highest price point they can afford in that, but it might open up a few new doors to people that weren't previously open for them.
And then the most common thing that I see is people can afford the payment, but with the rental income or the rental rates that are at right now, it's very hard to afford hypothetically speaking, a $1,200 rent on top of saving for a down payment, on top of everything else. So there's other income streams that we have available now. Child care benefit is one that we can now use.
Okay.
Up to a certain percentage of your total household income,
which
never used to be able to happen. And in addition, there's some options if they can afford to carry a balance on a credit line, if they need to supplement their down payment. That's an option now.
Okay.
If they can afford both. We're seeing the government realize that this other changes need to happen. To stimulate the market.
So no, that's great. I mean, we're trying to keep some stuff short. We're trying to keep people knowledgeable of what's going on in the market, and as you said, we're heading into spring market. We're in spring market right now, and it's some uncharted territory for a lot of things. But I think the rate drop is from from a selling side of things, there's a lot of opportunity to sell because these rate drops will affect you guys as far as having potential buyers out there. And it just goes to the importance of having your home ready to go and having your home online marketed properly, because there are more and more people online these days searching for houses that are pre-approved and get their pre-approval online. They can do everything online before coming to see the house, so it's very important.
Well, the majority of offers that I'm seeing are listed 2 days on the market, or not even officially listed. So dealing with a market professional, you're going to get ahead of that curve and get qualified buyers in their hands rather than let's put an ad on.
Well, yeah, exactly. It does speak to the professionalism of what is helping everything right now. So I think that's all that we want to share today. I mean, we want to keep it nice and short and keep some information out there, but I will include Trevor's information here down below. What is the easiest way for somebody to get a hold of you if they do have mortgage questions?
Email, text, phone, 204-573-9660.
Perfect. And if you do have real estate questions at all, whether it's buying or selling or just general questions, give us a shout. Give myself or Jen a call. Shields Group at Royal LePage, Martin Liberty Realty.